Welcome. I am titling this video Ready, Set, Go because on January 1st, Mercury is now going to be stationing direct, and on January 4th, Mars is going to move into Capricorn. Now, Mars is going to be here until February 13th, so now is a time to really get down to business. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, meaning that here its energy has strength and dignity. Mars in Capricorn is really deliberate. It is focused. It is this persistent energy. We take the time to make a plan, to focus on the future and on the consequences of our actions before actually taking the action. Now, during this cycle, our actions can be reliable, they can be driven, purposeful, we're slow to anger, but when we're frustrated, we can become somewhat distant. Mars being the planet of energy and passion and drive, and Capricorn being more goal-oriented, this combination of will and drive is going to help you to get back on track. It's going to help you to tune into your life's direction moving forward with goal setting and accomplishments for the new year. When we look at Mars in Capricorn as a whole, its energy can really be directed and focused. Capricorn gives Mars the reason or the purpose for going after and conquering the mountain or the objective that you are focused on. Now, the shadow side is struggling to channel that energy in the right direction, rigidity, and not wanting to veer off path, even if the path that you are moving towards is not sustainable. To begin this transit, Mars is going to form this beautiful harmonious aspect to Saturn. This is the ruler of Capricorn, so it's offering more positive opportunities to express your energy in a more self-disciplined way. This transit is leading up to the Capricorn new moon on January 22nd. So with Mercury now direct and Mars ready to initiate, this is the time to make a plan and get things done. Put things into place to set for your new moon intentions so you can move forward with progress and with a structured and systematic plan in place. Welcome, I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. Thank you for being here, and to learn more, please check out the other videos and like and subscribe to get updates as soon as they're released. This is your Mars and Capricorn astrology forecast for all 12 signs. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, know that Mars is your chart ruler. So whenever Mars moves into a different sign, it takes the focus of who you are, your being, your power, your strength, your habits, and it places it into a different house system for you to be working on. Now that Mars is moving into your 10th house, now your focus is going to be on your career, your goals. It's going to be about your professional life, your ambitions, your reputations. The 10th house is how you are seen by authority, how you're seen in the public life. It is about honors and awards and your career, and it's literally you being seen in the outside world and being driven to make some things happen. In the sign of Capricorn, this is you being extremely focused about what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, where you want to go, the mark that you want to leave behind, and being driven and focused with this. Now, Mercury is finally stationing direct, moving through the sign of Sagittarius for you, which is going back over classes or workshops or reconnecting to these cross-cultural experiences or people or places or things. Mercury moving direct in your 9th house is reconnecting you with things that you wanted to do, whether it was publishing or taking a class or taking a workshop, and saying, I needed to go back over that, or I wanted to be reconnected with this person who is not from around here. Remember, it's foreign people, it's foreign travel. And so Mercury is now going to be moving forward, and with Mars moving into your 10th house, now you have reconnected or made these adjustments, and so now you're ready to move forward with some things. Now, Saturn is the natural ruler of Capricorn. So we have Saturn in your 12th house of Pisces saying we need to have some healthy boundaries. We need to have structure. We need to make a plan, and if that means rest, retreat, and to pay attention to what my heart, my body, my mind, my soul needs, then that's what you're going to have to do. Saturn in your 12th house is in this beautiful in a beautiful sextile offering you this this progress, this plan of let's initiate some things that have to do with your career. Let's initiate some things that have to do with the legacy of what you want to leave behind. Are you planning on a retirement? Are you planning on a raise? Are you planning on looking for another job? Are you planning on moving up in your job? What are your plans? Because we are leading up to a new moon on January 11th. And as that happens, you're going to have all of the pieces in place in order to set a plan that will last throughout the year. Remember that this new moon that you're going to have in Capricorn, you're going to start in 2024 with one, then you're going to have another one in December. So you're basically sandwiching in, these are the goals that I want to accomplish. And Mars here is saying, I'm ready to initiate. I've taken the time off. I've gone back. I've looked over my notes. Remember, the ninth house is the classes and workshops and revisiting some things. And this could be with publishing or legal matters. And so Mercury going direct is like sandwiching all of this together to say, I'm ready to now move forward with I have these opportunities and I want to approach them in a self-disciplined way that I can initiate and get some things done for myself. So Aries, I would love to hear about your thoughts in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, Mars is now going to be moving into your ninth house. I love this for you because as Mars goes through each house, it wants to initiate with the energy that's in that house. And so this is trine your ascendant, meaning the what you are wanting to initiate is, I want to travel. I want to connect with foreign people, places, things. I want to go there. I want to experience it. I want to take that class. I want to dive into spirituality. The ninth house is your beliefs. It's prophetic dreams. It's philosophy. It's religion. It's publishing things. It is not just taking a class, but also teaching that class. It also represents all legal matters and all types of adventure. And so Mars moving into Capricorn, I love that Mercury is now going to be moving direct in your 8th house of your shared resources, because it is you getting all your ducks in a row with your personal finances and the resources that you have that are linked or tied to other people. And moving forward, there's going to be this beautiful new moon. But before I get to the new moon, I want to talk about Saturn here. So Saturn is in this beautiful, harmonious aspect in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, the networks in which you align yourself with. So if you're wanting to take that trip, Saturn is going to be offering you the ability of making the connections in order to make that happen. Saturn in Pisces is wanting some form of boundary, some form of structure. And your 11th house is where you connect with other people, but it's also where you volunteer and give of service to yourself, to other people, or other projects. It's where we gather with other people for one goal in mind. And this could be with work, or this could be with pleasure. So Mars moving through your 9th house, you're going to have this new moon. So you're setting some things up that you can be direct with your goals, focused with your goals. I want to travel here. I want to move here. I want to make this connection. I want to have these experiences. I want to have this published. These legal matters, I want to take care of them. With the 9th house and all of the philosophies and beliefs and religion, this is an opportunity to really dive into new topics and say, I don't want to just read about it. I want to actually go there. I want to experience these things. And so the new moon coming up on the 11th is going to have you getting all your ducks in a row with saying, these are the networks that I need to be aligned with for my goals, for my hopes, my wishes, my dreams. And Mercury is going to allow me the opportunity to get all my thoughts in order of how can I expand my horizons? Who should I connect up with? Mars I love Mars in your ninth house, because this is saying, these are my goals. I'm going to have a new moon, and before the new moon gets here, I need to know, what do I want to accomplish this year? There's going to be a new moon in Capricorn in January, and then there's going to be another in December. So you're kind of sandwiching in this energy saying, I want to be focused on this. I want to be direct. I want to have purpose, and I'm ready to conquer this. I am ready to let go of any fears, anything that's holding me back, and I want to make a plan in order to make that happen. And so look, Saturn in Pisces is just offering you this way to express yourself in a self-disciplined way in order to manifest your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals as you navigate into the rest of January and the new year, 2024. So Taurus, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my new moon and full moon astrology consultations. Check out my other transit videos, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, Mars is now moving into your 8th house. The 8th house is where you share resources with other people. It is alimony, debt. This could be debt that you accrue with a significant other or a business partner. This could be wills, so it can connect you with some family. The 8th house is joint ventures, taxes, inheritances, alimony, child support, debt that you have with an ex-spouse or an ex-partner. So Mars going through Capricorn is offering you this opportunity to say, I'm ready to set some goals. I am ready to focus on, what do I want to accomplish with these shared resources, my private affairs. The 8th house is birth, death, rebirth. It's the house of transformation. And if you are looking to transform your accumulated resources that you have with other people, this is going to be a really good opportunity to make that happen. It is in a sextile to Saturn in Pisces at the top of your chart. Saturn in Pisces has to do with your career, your legacy, how you are seen in the outside world. It's your life path, your professional life, your ambitions, your reputation. Saturn in Pisces at the top says we need to have some kind of structure for our career, our job, in order for a boss or an authority figure to see how we operate, or to be accepted or viewed as a boss or an authority figure. And so what are you doing to manifest this energy? Now, Mercury is now moving direct. Mercury is in your 7th house. This has you going back over your partners. This is significant others, business partners. The 7th house is where you negotiate, and it's where you have these contracts and promises and contractual relationships that you either have with a significant other, a business partner, a best friend, or it's also clients. And so I would look at all of these topics that there could be a reblending of, because Mercury is now going direct, and this has you focusing in on, what are the resources that I share with other people that could include family, could include exes, and could include business partners and significant others, and how can I make this better? How can I make better investments? How can I have those difficult topics? Because this is the house of deep bonding, where we talk about, we have these deep connections with other people, whether they're good or difficult, meaning it could be an ex. And so you saying, I have to initiate this for my career, me being seen in the outside world, my legacy. Now, there's going to be a new moon on January 11th. As Mars connects up and there's this new moon, the new moon is about setting these intentions that will get you through the year about, what do you really want to do. This is an opportunity to be direct and focused. There's going to be 2 new moons in the sign of Capricorn, one in January 2024, and then we're sandwiching in your goals for December 2024. So know that you're going to be looking at this and saying, I have to conquer this mountain. I have these objectives about what do I want to do with my shared resources, because I need control over this. I need to be focused on this in order to make this happen and put things in place for the new moon on January 11th. All right, so Gemini, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out my other forecast videos and join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, you are having the Mars transit into your 7th house of partnership. So for you, this is initiating of best friends, significant others, partnership, looking for clients, looking to make these connections where you have contracts or promises or negotiations, or these contractual promises that are either verbal or nonverbal. They could be written or just the spoken word. Now, Mars moving into this house is ready to initiate this area of your life of, I want to initiate contact with this person, I want to work with this person, or I'm available for these services. Now, there is this beautiful sextile to Saturn in Pisces. Now, Saturn in Pisces Saturn has the rings around it, and it's offering you this opportunity of, I need to have some healthy boundaries. I need to pay attention to my intuition, and my intuition is telling me that I should be advertising. I could be, the ninth house is taking a class, taking a workshop. Maybe this is you teaching a class or teaching a workshop. It's also the house of a broader connection, foreign people, places, things, travel. It's the house of publishing and legal matters. And so this could be you taking your contacts that you have with other people and spreading them far and wide, connecting them with other people who have these same beliefs or same thoughts that you do. The ninth house has to do with long distance travel. And so if you cannot actually be there, there's always the opportunity of using the airwaves, like producing things that are through email or Zoom or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. It's you connecting with others, and in what capacity are you doing this? Now, Mercury is finally moving direct as of January 1st, and that was in your 6th house of mentors and guides and making sure that you're putting your health first. It's your daily routines. And so when Mercury was going retrograde, it had you really refocusing in on what is most important to you in order for you to stay healthy, in order for you to be of service. How do you first take care of yourself? And whether that means tapping into a mentor, a guide, a chiropractor, a nutritionist, or making sure you're setting enough time for yoga, meditation, or connecting with it's also a balance between home and work. So now that Mercury is moving forward, your thoughts are going to be more clear with what you want to accomplish. Now, on January 11th, you're going to have a new moon. I love a new moon in your 7th house because a new moon is a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. And it's you making these initial, putting out there what you want to start. It's goal setting and these accomplishments for what do you want to accomplish for yourself that involves partners and clients, that involves your partner or your friends. So when Mars moves into Capricorn, take this as an opportunity to say, I need to set some personal goals for myself in this area of my life of how do I expand my resources that I have with other people, my connections that I have with other people, and how do I get things in place that I can, in a self-disciplined way, that when the new moon is in Capricorn on the 11th, that I can channel this energy into an area that I can be focused, I can be driven, and that my intuition tells me that this is right or this is wrong, and that I have this follow through that will continue on throughout the rest of this year. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations on Tuesdays. For more, please check out the other videos on transits and subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, Mars is now moving into your 6th house. This is really going to bring a focus on your daily habits. You having to initiate that I have to set aside time for a work and home life balance and the amount of energy that I give to others. I need to put my daily self-care practices in place for myself. Mars in Capricorn can also mean I need to set up a check-in either with a counselor, a mentor, a guide. I need to make sure that I put a plan in place that I can take care of my needs. The 6th house refers to your mental, physical, spiritual, psychological health, well-being. It also represents pets. But I think at this time, it has to do with you connecting with others and giving so much of yourself. It is in a harmonious aspect to Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn in Pisces. So Saturn is a planet with rings around it. So think about needing boundaries, needing healthy boundaries. This is in your house of shared resources, of where you have this deep bonding. It's the connection that you have with other people. And so there is something that's going on that you have to focus on, these joint ventures, these shared resources. It's where you want these deep connections, and you have this birth, death, rebirth, transformation of people that come into your life. And where are you giving so much of your life, so much of your time, your energy, that Mars is saying it's time to take care of you first before you can give to others. And it's in a beautiful harmonious aspect that's saying you have the ability to do this. Capricorn is the mountain of what do I want to accomplish and sustain over a longer period of time. So this is setting goals of I need to put my I need to put workout back into my plan, whether it be 3 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever it is. And I need to make my health a priority. I need to make exercise a priority. I need to make my mental health a priority. What does that mean to you? That's what Mars moving through Capricorn is going to offer you. Now, we do have Mercury in your 5th house of pleasure, joy, taking risks, now moving forward. I love this because now you're going to have a clear vision about what do you want to do with tapping into your inner child, or with healing your inner child, or tapping into what brings you joy and pleasure on a daily basis. The 5th house is what we do on, like, that brings us joy on the weekend, and focusing, how can I bring more joy and pleasure into my life on a daily basis, because all work and no play is terrible. Now, there's going to be a new moon coming up on January 11th. So you are setting things in place for long-term goals that are going to be sustainable. And they're all going to have to do with you and appreciating the temple and knowing how much I can really give of others, or give to others. It's the house of, like your daily service, and this could be volunteering. And so again, you can't pour from an empty cup. So know when you have given too much of yourself. And Mars here is going to really set down these attainable goals that you're going to say, I'm going to make my health a priority. I'm going to be able to be directed and focused with things that I want to accomplish. And I'm going to channel that energy. And that way it'll be sustainable over a longer period of time. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below with how it's resonating with you. Join me live on Tuesdays for my new moon and full moon astrology consultations at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, Mars is now moving into your 5th house. The 5th house is going to be where you're going to want to create something. This is the house of art, music, poetry, writing, like beautiful words, creating music. It's the house of children. It's the house of giving birth to things. It's where we want to take risks, or they're willing to take risks. And so at this point, they will be calculated risks of what will the payoff be. Mars moving into Capricorn is going to offer you all these beautiful opportunities to bring joy, creativity, romance back into your life. This includes like going to an amusement park, going to a concert. It's anything like going to see something that has to do with sports, like going to a game. Mars in your 5th house is saying, I need to initiate tapping into more pleasure and joy in my life and giving birth to it and creating it in a way that is more sustainable. It's in a beautiful harmonious aspect to Saturn and Pisces in your 7th house. So this is, I want to do this with you, my partner, my best friend, my significant other. The 7th house is where we have work with clients. So maybe you want to create something that you can share with clients, or maybe you want your business partner to work on this creative project with you, or this could be your marriage partner or your life partner saying, no, I want to experience that with you. I'm ready to go down that path with you. Do you have a plan? Well, yeah, you do, because Mercury being in your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation is saying, I'm ready to move forward with a plan. I'm now moving direct, and January 11th is going to be this new moon. So this window of time is setting you up that you can come up with a plan to create something that is going to be sustainable over a longer period of time. There's going to be 2 new moons in the sign of Capricorn in 2024. The first is going to be January 11th, and then we're going to sandwich it in for December 2024. So know that what you're trying to create. So maybe it's, let's have a baby. Maybe it's, I want to create this art project. I want to create this music. I want to get back to taking risks and enjoying life and having more fun. I look at the 5th house also as adult playmates of, I need to connect with other people who are like-minded like me. And this is going to be an opportunity to say, I'm going to be focused, I'm going to be driven, I'm going to channel that energy in the right direction, and I'm going to have this systematic plan in order to accomplish the goals of whatever it is that you are looking to create. It's a time that you're going to have this the passion and the drive, and be ready to basically get down to business and make some things happen. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, Mars is now moving into your home sector. This is creating a solid foundation. The 4th house represents your home, your family, your past, genealogy. It represents real estate. It represents property. It represents the foundation of who you are. The 4th house is, it can be people that you share a past with, or people that feel like family, and it can also include anybody that's in your home with you. And in the sign of Capricorn, it's saying that I need to initiate, I need to make a solid home. Maybe I want to dive into genealogy. I want to understand where I've come from. I want to understand, I'm going to be the one to look this up. I'm ready to explore these options. I want to build a home. Now, Mars is, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and it's in this beautiful sextile to Saturn and Pisces. Pisces is this watery sign that takes the container in which it fills. So it's very intuitive and watery and fluid. And so Saturn says, I need to build some kind of a dam or some kind of a solid foundation. And it's in your 6th house of your daily habits. What can you do on a daily basis to help you reach your goals? How can you attain, or who can you connect up with? The 6th house are mentors, guides. They are people that can support you with your goals. It's the house of your health and your self-care. It's where we volunteer our time to others. And this is really going to be an opportunity to say, I need to connect with other people who can help me reach my goals of what I want to do at my home. Now, Mercury is now moving direct. So Mercury in your 3rd house of communication, things are now going to clear up. It's going to be a lot easier. Mercury and Sagittarius are big thoughts, big dreams, and expansive. And so now that it's going to be moving direct, it will eventually move into Capricorn. You're going to have this new moon in Capricorn on January 11th. Now, it's going to be the first of two. So you're really sandwiching in two goal, like a major goal that has to do with your home, your foundation, and creating stability here in your life. And so you are making a plan to make this happen, and then January 11th, set those intentions, put them out there, and then in December, you are going to set new intentions in the same house. So it's like you are setting these intentions and channeling this energy into, I need to be directed, I need to be focused, I have reason, I have purpose. I want to create the stability in this area of my life. And what does that look like? And how can I reach these goals by setting up little mini goals and making this a daily practice? All right, Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts on this and how it resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Mars, your chart ruler, one of your chart rulers, it's very important to you wherever Mars and Pluto are in your life. So when Mars goes through a house, it directly affects everything that has to do with your personality, your appearance, your body, your strength, your habits, your self-expression. Mars is your energy, your drive, and as it goes through the zodiac, that's where you channel or funnel that energy. So Mars is moving into your 3rd house. Your 3rd house. And so in your 3rd house, this is how you communicate on a daily basis. It is who you network with. It is taking classes, taking workshops. It's your neighbors, your cousins, your siblings. The 3rd house is also your relationship with these people that you see on a daily basis. The 3rd house is writing and journaling and putting your thoughts and your ideas down on paper, something that could be more structured, more stable, not just having a fleeting thought, but saying, I need to write some of these things down. I need to create something here. So Mars going through your 3rd house is going to be offering you this opportunity to initiate. Where do you want to take classes or workshops, or who do you want to connect up with that's in a close proximity to you? The 3rd house, being about talking and exchanging ideas, will have you creating stability with people that you connect up with on a daily basis. Now, it's in a harmonious aspect to Saturn and Pisces, Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn. So we look at this and say Saturn and Pisces is very watery, very fluid, needing some structure, and it's in your 5th house of joy and creativity, and where we take risks, and children and affairs, and it's art and music and creativity. And so who are you connecting with in order to create what you want to manifest? Mercury is now going to be moving direct, and Mercury is in your 2nd house. Mercury going through your 2nd house literally had you looking over all of the people, places, and things that you value. The 2nd house is the house of your self-worth, and it can be cash, but it can also be like property, people who you value. It had you taking a second look at everything in your life of what truly brings you joy and what do you value, and like kind of purging and getting rid of some things. Like this could be, it had you going over your finances for sure, but it also had you going over your value system. Now, there's going to be a new moon January 11th. So Mars in Capricorn is leading up to this new moon. It's saying, I need to create a solid foundation where I'm directed, I'm focused with what do I want to accomplish in the year ahead. On January 11th, there's going to be a new moon in your communication sector. And so in your third house. And so you're having two of them in Capricorn, one January 11th, 2024, and then you're going to be sandwiching it in for December of 2024. So what you are right now initiating is you setting goals of things that you want to accomplish with how you communicate with creativity and projects and things that bring you joy and pleasure and the people that you want to surround yourself with. And how do I put a plan in place that I can accomplish this over a longer period of time? How do I do this and express my energy and do this in a self-disciplined way, coming up with a structured and systematic plan that I can move forward with meeting my goals and getting to the top of that mountain. So Scorpio, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, Mars is moving into your second house. I really love this because Mars is about initiating, and Capricorn wants it to be like something that's attainable over a longer period of time. And this is your second house of your cash, your property, your resources, your talents, your skills, your income, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your movable property, your attitude towards money, your possessions. It is your talents, your opinions. And so all of these things that are personal to you, Mars going into Capricorn says, I'm ready to expand this area of my life in a more systematic way that makes me feel secure and safe about my future, basically your future. Now, Mars is in a beautiful sextile to Saturn in Pisces that has to do with your home. So this is literally building sustainability for something that you want to do for your home. I want to buy a home. I want to remodel a home. I want to focus on creating what does home look like. Pisces is very watery and fluid, and Saturn needs some kind of a structure. It needs some kind of a boundary. And so what you are doing is you're setting up the goals of what you want to accomplish over the next year. Now, Mercury's in your first house, so this definitely has to do with you. It's about your self-expression, your power, your health, your vitality, your habits. So Mercury now moving direct says, I am ready to now support you on these goals as you move forward. On January 11th, you're going to have a new moon in your second house. So Mars here says, I am going to set some things up that when you are ready to set that new moon intention on January 11th, it will have more opportunity, more chances to succeed over a longer period of time. There's going to be two new moons in 2024. The first is in January on the 11th, and the second is in December. So what you are setting up for yourself is a goal of, I'm ready to initiate this. I want to make a plan to get these things done, and I want to make sure that I can manage it over a longer period of time. I'm ready to be self-disciplined. I am ready to conquer this, and I'm willing to forego some things in my life because I want to move forward with experiencing these accomplishments in this area of my life. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, I love this for you because Mars is moving into your first house of self. This is really initiating something that has to do with your power, your self-expression, your attitude, your vibrancy, your strength, your habits, your happiness, your health, your personality. The first house, I always say, is like your website or your business card. It's who you are presenting to the world. And it is in this beautiful, harmonious aspect to Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces in the way that you communicate, who you communicate with. This is your third house of who do you share, talk, and exchange ideas with on a daily basis. Are you wanting to publish something? Are you wanting to put your thoughts and your ideas about some things in your life down on paper or on the computer? Are you wanting to increase your relationship with your significant other, your relationship with your siblings, your acquaintances? What are you wanting to initiate that has to do with a change in who you are? As Mars goes through the zodiac, it activates an area of a person's life, and this is an opportunity for you to set new goals that have to do with your health, your vitality, and okay, I'm going to talk about Mercury for a second because it's going to be building on this. Mercury is now moving forward. It was retrograde in your 12th house. This is the house of isolation. The 12th house is rest and retreat and withdrawal. And so there's going to be this new moon on January 11th. And so all of this energy is, I need to be the one to initiate this. I need to be the one to talk about it, to bring it up, to say these are my wants, my needs, my desires. Or I'm ready to share my story. I'm ready to talk about some things that have been going on with me. With Mars in your first house, it is setting you up that you have these attainable goals. And then on January 11th, we're going to have two new moons in Capricorn in 2024. The first is January 11th, and then the second one is going to be December of 2024. So you're sandwiching goals that have to do all about you and your body. And is it like, I'm ready to get healthy, I'm ready to change, or I'm ready to focus on what do I need, my strengths, my habits. I'm ready to step into my divinity. I'm ready to step into power. I know what my worth is. So on January 11th, we're going to have this new moon. Set the goals now. Put things in place that of things that you want to initiate, things that you want to have, these accomplishments for yourself that you want to experience and last over a longer period of time. With Saturn, this is coming up with a structured and systematic plan that you can do this in a self-disciplined way. You're holding all the cards. You can make anything happen. This could be an opportunity to say, I'm ready to turn some things around in my life, or I'm ready to move forward with this in my. It's taking the reins of the bull by its, taking the bull by the horns or taking the reins. It is you saying, I want to initiate some change that has to do with me. And on January 11th, that's when you're going to put the new moon intentions out there and say, and now I want to make this sustainable. I don't want this to just be a quick fix for something. I want it to be a longer lasting plan for myself. All right, so Capricorn, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, Mars is now moving into your 12th house. The 12th house for you is about rest, retreat, recovery, tuning into your dreams, your intuition, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, downloads, shamanic work, dealing with some shadow work. It's your personal unconscious. So Mars going into your 12th house can say, I need to initiate some more downtime. I need to initiate more rest, retreat, more recovery time for myself. I need to make my mental health a priority. Now, Mars is in a beautiful sextile to Saturn in your second house in the sign of Pisces. And so this has to do with your self-worth. It's also your cash, your property, and your resources. But this is following your dreams, following your intuition, following what you know that you need to do in order to set up moving forward where you give of yourself to everybody with something that's sustainable. Are you ready to leave some bad habits behind? Are you ready to make your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being a priority? Are you ready to tackle those demons? The 12th house is the house of affliction and hospitalization. There's going to be a new moon here on January 11th. So going back, we have Mercury now moving direct in your 11th house of my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, my goals, and who do I align myself with in order to attain those. And so you're going to have this on your side. And then on January 11th, you're going to have this new moon. A new moon is a fresh start, clean slate, new beginning, and it's in your 12th house. You're going to have two in the sign of Capricorn in your 12th house in 2024. The first is January 11th, and then the second one is going to be in December of 2024. So you are setting up and sandwiching in a goal, a bigger goal of where you want to stay on path and make your health a priority. And what does that look like for you? With Saturn, it's about creating a structured, systematic plan that you can work on in a self-disciplined way. You have the ability to make this happen. You can go within and say, I'm ready to quit going down that path, give up those habits. I'm ready to acknowledge certain things in my life of where these patterns have gotten me down, and I need to release these things. I need to that let go, let God, or to give it up to a higher power, or to say that I need rest, I need recovery, I need retreat, because I just give to everybody all the time, and it's exhausting. And I have to set aside some time for myself. And that means setting clear and concise goals that are manageable and attainable, and that you can manage over a longer period of time. So Aquarius, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, I love this for you because Mars is now moving into your 11th house. This is your networking house. It's where you volunteer with other people for other activities. It is who you align yourself with for joy and pleasure, like for groups, like a bowling league or a book club, or a craft or a project. It's also who you network with for your work. The 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your aspirations, and who do you align yourself with in order to accomplish those goals, in order to make yourself feel better. And so this could be, I want to volunteer, so I'm going to, because it makes me feel better, and I want to give back, and who do I align myself with? Or these are my career goals, and who do I connect up with in order to manifest these dreams? Now, Mars is in a beautiful harmonious aspect with Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And so it being in the sign of Pisces in your first house of self. Look, we know that you're watery, you're intuitive, you're very fluid, dreamy. And Saturn is saying, I need some kind of structure. I need some kind of boundaries. In order to accomplish what I want to do in life, I have to have a structured, systematic plan that is sustainable over a longer period of time. Who do I connect with? Who do I align myself with in order to manifest my dreams? And so You're going to have 2 new moons in the sign of Capricorn. The first is going to be January 11th. So we're like moving towards this. And Mercury is currently in your 10th house of your career, your legacy, your job, authority figures, your public life, your professional life, your ambitions, your reputation. So Mercury going back through your 10th house has you going back over things that have to do with your job. And this could be paperwork, this could be authority figures. Mercury is eventually going to move into the sign of Capricorn. It is now moving forward saying, everything is now getting cleared up. I am more focused on what do I need to do in order to move forward. You're going to have this new moon on January 11th in the sign of Capricorn, in your 11th house of fresh start, clean slate, new beginning. This is what I want to start. And so this has you networking with what you want to achieve. This has you looking for different groups that will help you attain everything that you want to do. If you want to find a social group, then this is going to be the opportunity of, I need to make this a priority in my life. If this is for work, then I need to network with these people in order to understand or learn more or to do better. If I want to volunteer, then this is the area that I'm going to do it. These are the people that I need to network with. I love Mars being here because it's going to be you saying, I'm going to make this more of a priority to my life, and I need to make it a daily practice. I need to make whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm starting, I need to make it sustainable. And so if it can't be every day, it can't be every day. It's about spacing out and coming up with a plan that will work for you. All of this energy has to do with you, your goals, and what you want to do and be seen in the public life. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.